Hello, everyone on the planet. I'm Apostle L of Apostle L's Divine Fast Faith Fitness Ministry. I'm here today to reach out to the whole human family. I'm going to state my objective and my intention, and the need is now, 2019. Who's Apostle L? I'm getting ready to acquaint myself to all as I reach out and request support and resources from everyone on the planet. Stating the objective, the time is serious. We have a dire need with the ever-growing alarm of obesity, diabetes, low self-esteem, and human beings continually overeating and contacting diseases that can be avoided. Therefore, Apostle L is on the scene to bring a proactive approach and a solution to many that can be saved and can avoid all the afflictions that's associated with lack of self-discipline. Therefore, I'm reaching out to everyone, and I'm no stranger at this crusade campaign. Who's Apostle L? Well, let's start out. This is who Apostle L is, and I've been on this crusade for quite a while. Here's a paper that I had to write for my individualized degree. I subpoenaed to the school to register for a Bachelor's of Arts degree, and they didn't have a specific degree that I wanted. So I had to reach out to a body of regents and petition to have my own degree individualized and centered and catered around what my interest was. Therefore, I had to convince this body of regents that I could implement and from the grassroots up come up with a degree in the academic area that would be sufficient to put to use. Therefore, in 2005, I came up with what was called a paper to present and get approved to major in this degree. It was called Disadvantaged and Marginalized People in Society, August the 24th, 2005. The central theme of my individualized liberal arts degree is disadvantaged and marginalized people in society. Each course within the liberal arts study has enhanced and advanced my understanding of it. First, I am employed with Hennepin County Community Corrections Centers to Serve. This is a program that is an alternative to incarceration for offenders of the law. I must say, global human family, everything I do is from the heart. So this is from my heart to your heart. Therefore, this is impromptu, and I don't script anything. I just come naturally and let it flow. Further, I am a crew leader, and my primary duties include facilitating and supervising offenders performing court-ordered public service work. Further, I must communicate with the courts and probation departments to ensure services are provided. So in this line of work, it is imperative that I understand the factors that leads to marginalized and disadvantaged conditions. Clearly, sociology of mental illness is in-depth and systematic approach at looking at how institutions take advantage of impoverished and weak people. Actually, it asserts mental illness is a myth and is man-made. Furthermore, this course claims that a powerful, affluent group of people promotes mental illness for selfish financial gain. In short, it states that poor people who society wants out of sight are the ones labeled mentally ill. Therefore, human family, my heart has been with you for a long time. Next, sociology of family marriage promotes that women have been used and abused. Further, it did an analysis of various factors that have and keep women oppressed, such as religion, the media, pre-industrialization area, and historical advantages men have had. Moreover, men could have their spouses committed to mental institutions for disagreeing with them. Also, men for any reason could give consent for their spouse to have a lobotomy. This class defined family as a man married to a woman. This sociology of globalization put things into economic, political, and social context. It touched on how the world and international banks, businesses, and politicians are interconnected. Also, it showed how they used influence throughout the world to press weaker nations and people. For instance, jobs in America can be reassigned from the northern regions where the pay is more to a southern region where the pay is considerably less. This contributes to unemployment in America. Likewise, I was informed how such agreements as the North American Trade Pact adversely affects disadvantaged, poor, and powerless people / Americans. It also touched on powerful companies that move to third world countries so they do not have to be concerned with OSHA or environmental laws. It elaborated on how big businesses exploit third world labor markets by paying the workers as little as 25 cents an hour. Further, modern African American literature enhanced my ability to read, write, and think critically. It imparted an analytical outlook on the group's plight. Such areas as contemporary literature included why young black males create and form gangs. I learned they feel inept, lost, and powerless. Additionally, historical African American literature recreated experiences, promoted understanding, and a worldview of the group's oppression. This included slave narratives, studies of Underground Railroad. Further discussion included the troubling times of the antebellum South. Moving along, communication, negotiation, published my oral skills to resolve and mediate conflict among individuals and groups. Also, it explored a variety of dispute resolution methods. Human service community correction covers an array of programs. More specifically, it looks at alternative programs other than incarceration for offenders of the criminal justice system. These programs include halfway houses, work release, restitution, and court diversion processes. The history of civil rights movements in the 1960s looks at unjust policies of a system that adversely impacted and marginalized blacks. Topics included the Montgomery bus boycott, segregated schools, and unfair voting laws. Legal environment of organization takes a comprehensive approach in looking at policies, regulations, and federal legislation that impacted and marginalized people. For one, the Welfare Reform Act that was enacted by Congress marginalized thousands of Americans. These courses reflected my academic interest in the following way. They will enable me to make a positive contribution to solving some of the problems that plague society, the world. This includes advocating for social change, writing proposals, solving conflict, thinking critically and analytically, and petitioning for reform for the mentally ill and poor. What skills and knowledge do I expect to gain from my liberal arts degree? I envision myself having acquired the practical skills and knowledge to do the following occupations: probation officer, human service worker, and being qualified to work within the public school system as a liaison. After graduation, I plan on getting promoted by my employer, then going to law school. Moving on, I fulfill working in the criminal justice arena. I fulfill working as a teacher in the education field and in the human service field. Therefore, staying persistent and proactive in keeping my vow and my pledge to make a difference for marginalized societies. Therefore, with 2019 approaching, here's an additional story that I wrote, a 155-page book that I wrote in 2015. It's called Titus the Elephant for All Children of the World. It's a story that promotes learning. It promotes getting kids and children acquainted with the resources of the environment, while each function within nature and in the environment plays a vital role to connecting how we're all interconnected. And it put emphasis on the water cycle. It put emphasis on the DNA and the photosynthesis of the jungle. It makes learning fun on a kid's level. It introduced and acquaints the kids with the water cycle. It's done in a humorous but yet serious, fun way to draw the child in and capture their attention. Furthermore, it's been petitioned by one teacher that wanted to use it for her book club of the month book for her elementary class. It's called Titus the Elephant for All Children of the World. Just an introduction. This is a story of an elephant named Titus and his friends of the jungle. An elephant is big and gray with a long trunk nose, large ears, and with 2 white tusks. Tusks are long and have a curved slope in them and are found on each side of the elephant's face. Each animal of the jungle is part of a family. Elephants are part of the mammal family and look like this. Can you find and touch the elephant? Hi, I will be Titus the elephant in the story, and I will share my experiences of living in the jungle along with my friends. My best friends in the story will be a monkey, bird, deer, and lion. Together, we will have lots of fun and share our experiences of what it is like to live in the jungle with many different kinds of animals. This will include a day of exploring the jungle and having a picnic at Jungle Park. Jungle Park is a playground for the animals of the jungle. For starters, I will introduce my friends and playmates in the jungle. As I mentioned, we will have a monkey, which I will call Baby Monkey. We will have a bird, which I will call Eagle Bird. We will have a deer, which I will call Rhonda Deer. And we will have a lion called, pardon me, I'm drawing a blank on what my lion's name is in the story. Rufus the Lion. How can I forget Rufus? Rufus the Lion. Moving on, beloved family. As I petition each and every person as the year 2019 approaches to join in and let's do something in a proactive way of reducing some of these problems we're having with alarming signs and seriousness of obesity. Join in and support Apostle L's You Have the Power program, a program that I started in 2015 to self-empower yourself through fitness and through taking action through proper eating channels and self-discipline rooted in spiritual principles. Therefore, 2014, I also wrote the book, The Leader Within, a powerful, practical, self-help inner leadership guide, a practical and solution-based leadership guide that put emphasis on harnessing and developing strengths and strengthens one's nature, innate and inner leadership abilities, then connected them to positive thinking strategies that will manifest self-empowerment and life enrichment enhancement skills. Therefore, Apostle L has been on this mission and crusade for a long time. I cite a well-renowned superintendent that has endorsed The Leader Within, Apostle Hills brings his own story to life in his easy-to-read, inspiring book, The Leader Within. Through his experiences, he explains how having a can attitude rather than a can't attitude has opened many doors in his life. He inspires all of us to adopt his policies. Apostle Hills' message provides hope to the hopeless and give examples of what can be done to turn around their future. I would highly recommend this book. Superintendent Dr. B. Therefore, as I've said, I've been on this mission and crusade to impact human suffering for quite a while. Buzz Magazine, from an article 2017, as it highlights the world-renowned, one and only, unparalleled, the 400-day fast to paradise. 2006, Apostle is participating in the 400-day fast to paradise, a foodless fast for world humanity. The 400-day fast to paradise. You can join in by ordering The Leader Within by going to Arthur House, or you can go to my personal website at www.youhavethepower.com. You can purchase as many books as you want, along with this shirt, The 400-Day Fast to Paradise. Also, on the front side, Mr. L's You Have the Power program. This fast was a one and only kind fast that put emphasis on humanitarian and come together in one spirit to support love and a reduction in hatred, violence, and coming together to clean up some of society's social ills. Therefore, moving forward to 2019, as the 400-day fast to paradise was the catalyst that got all of this going. So, what's the plan? 2019, as I've overcome obesity, once weighed 342 pounds, and as I speak to you right now, I'm weighing 202 pounds, keeping the 140 pounds off by taking a proactive approach with fasting, and at the same time eliminating type 2 sugar diabetes for 20 years without medication, eliminating obesity without surgery, eliminating gouty arthritis, which the doctor says there's no cure. Been off of medicine for 5 years. Have overturned high cholesterol and high blood pressure without medication. As recent as September 2018, approximately 3 to 4 months ago, I was diagnosed with a heart disease called hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. But since I've recovered, I've been able to consistently walk 12 hours as a result of my divine Fast Faith Fitness Ministry. Therefore, as this has grown from the 400-day fast to paradise, where I've had a clean bill of health for 20 years of fasting and continually fasting, and then the Holy Spirit led me in to fasting under the banner of Apostle Hills You Have the Power program, and then it manifested to Apostle Hills Divine Fast Faith Fitness Ministry, where I was ordained to bring it to the whole planet and the whole world. Now, since I've seen the power of fasting, faith, and fitness, I'm reaching out to the whole world saying, you can purchase my books, you can purchase the t-shirts, but what I need land. I need a building so I can impact the world through the power of fasting, faith, and fitness, and being proactive with it. I've been on this mission and crusade for a long time. Now it's time to take it and bring it to another level, on a global level. I'll go to any place in the world. If you can't come to me, I'll come to you. I need sponsorship, but I want to be clear off the top. I'm not promoting hate in any way. I'm not affiliated with hate in any way. Therefore, I'm not looking to espionage. I'm not looking to be manipulated. I'm not looking to be a spy or form allegiance with any unethical group. Count me out. I want support from all righteous people that has a sincere